For the second part of day 3 notes, we're going to go ahead and work with clearing the fraction. So you just watched an example of how to clear the fraction. Now we're going to put it in action. So in letter G, the only denominator that we have is a 2. So above every single one of these terms, you'll put a 2. Then you want to literally clear the fraction. You want to get rid of the fraction. So the 2's, they cancel out. And you are left with just that x, which we know is a 1x. Okay? And then 2 times 3 is 6. And 2 times x is 2x. And 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, now, if we use what we just watched in the first video of this notes packet, I have mentioned that you want to go from the right side to the left side. So we're going to subtract the 2x. Okay, and 1 minus 2x would give us negative 1x plus 6 equals 10. Now we have a two-step equation, so we're going to subtract 6, and negative 1x equals 4. And then we are going to divide both sides by negative 1. So 4 divided by negative 1 is negative 4. In letter H, we have different denominators. We have a 3 and a 2. So for our common denominator, we can multiply 3 and 2 together and get 6. And 6 is the lowest common denominator. Alright, so we tried to cancel, but we cannot cancel 6 and 3. We could, however, divide them. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. And then you are saying 2 times x is 2x. And then 6 times 4 is 24. And then here, 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 3 times x is 3x. 6 times 6 is 36. So for this one, again, we're going to go right to left. So the 3x, the opposite of that would be a minus 3x. So that gives me negative 1x plus 24 equals 36. Then I would subtract 24 and get negative 1x equals 12. The last step is to divide by negative 1. And 12 divided by negative 1 is negative 12. Okay, letter I. We have two larger numbers in our denominator, 7 and 6. So for my least common denominator, I could multiply 7 and 6 and get 42. So I'm going to put 42 above every number. Okay? And then we notice that, again, like this is not going to cancel out, but it can divide. So if I divide 42 divided by 7, I get 6. So that would be a 6 times x is 6x. And 42 times 3 is 126. And then 42 and 6 we're going to divide, and that would give us 7x. And then 42 divided by negative 2, negative 84. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and move our x over to the left, so subtract the 7x. And that would have 1x plus 126 equals negative 84. Then we could subtract 126 to both sides. And because both of these numbers have a negative symbol, that means that you are going to add and you're going to keep the negative. So I would have a negative 210. And if we divide by that 1 again, it would still be negative 210. But I see that this 1 should have been negative because 6 minus 7 is negative 1. That means we would divide it by a negative, which makes it a positive 210.